Welcome to He Said, She Said. I'm John.
I'm April. So today we're going to talk about our favorite conversation. Is the glimmer of something that you want more important than what you need?
Sort of like equating, you get that brand new car, that used car that you pay for cash.
Are you talking about, when you get back in the day? I don't know about y'all, but I've been that person that you get your income tax check and you get a bucket because it's pretty, but then 3 months later, it's on the side of the road, but it's a pretty bucket. That's kind of like how some people are in relationships. Yeah. So I've noticed.
Okay.
A lot of women that I talk to, they might. Well, I really want to be married. I really want to be in a relationship. I really want to be, with somebody. And I'm like, okay, so, who's trying to holler? Who you dealing with? I'm dealing with this dude. He got like 5 baby mamas. He ain't got no job. But he look good. He sell a little, on the side or whatever. Yeah, but he won't commit to me because, I got to argue with all his baby mamas. And that's who I'm dealing with. But he fine.
WID. That's the dude that texts you WID. What you doing?
What you doing at 2 o'clock in the morning? What's up?
All my baby mama's gone. Come through.
Child.
But you know that.
Yeah. So a lot of women I talk to, they want to be married, but then they don't want to talk to people that are marriage material because in their eyes, the people that will potentially be good mates, good husbands, good fathers, don't have that glimmer that they want. They don't have that swag. They don't dress. They don't got the pow wow wow like they thinking because it's not packaged the way they want to. So they go for that Chevy that looks good, candy paint, the rims, but the engine is trash.
Mm-hmm.
When you got this nice Corolla, Honda, it might be a couple years old, but it still got a good paint job, excellent motor, gonna take you from here to there for at least a good 10, 12 years. You don't want that. You want the 3-month car because it's shiny, and you're gonna be stunting on your friends, and they gonna be like, "Oh, he looks so good," or
Mm-hmm.
So do you think men do the same thing?
I know we do.
So
we do it to the point where it's ridiculous. But in my opinion, it really just falls on the type of person that you are.
What you mean?
If looks is what matters to you, then 9 times out of 10 you want to date for looks. You want to marry for looks.
It's not necessarily looks, I think, because some women that I've met that boo-hoo cry over these men, they look like Magilla Gorilla. Mm-hmm. So it's not looks. I think it's the swag, it's the air, it's the confidence that they, whatever it is that attracts whoever, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder,
Right.
So whatever is attractive to you might not be attractive to me, but it's really not looks. It's that, women like a little.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
But I think razzle dazzle is not as important as
substance.
Yeah, what's in here? And what's in here?
Yeah, I can go with that. I can definitely go with that.
You with somebody, y'all not even equally yoked. Y'all don't even have the same goals. He might want to raise his child, as an atheist, and you over here, you a devout Christian. How is that gonna work?
Because it's that build-a-bear syndrome.
You want to save, you want to build a house, and he want to stunt at the strip club. How is that gonna work?
Build-a-bear syndrome.
What's Build-A-Bear syndrome?
Build-A-Bear syndrome. When you get with somebody and it's all this stuff that you know is wrong, but I'm gonna change it.
But it look good.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna change this arm. I'm gonna change this arm. I'm gonna change this leg. I'm gonna change the ears.
Well, that's a whole new bear.
It's a whole Build-A-Bear. You knew this wasn't what you wanted from the get-go, but it was that one thing, and I can change the rest. Oh.
But that's the core of who he is.
She pretty in the face.
Yeah.
But her feet ugly and she don't want to work. but I can make this work. Okay, I mean, it's gonna be quirks and stuff like that. But I mean, if it's a fundamental flaw like she don't want to have kids, she don't like kids,
or you a neat freak and she's a slob, or you're a neat freak and he's a slob.
Is
How
she
does that
horrible
work?
with money?
And you are very conscious of your money.
Is she sneaky with money?
Yeah, and you're very open and honest and giving, and she's not.
Are they hard on cars? Are you a car person? Are they into music? Stuff like that. Because I mean, that's stuff like that really does make a difference. Like if me and you didn't have the same music taste and is bumping, just to say we didn't have this house.
I don't think everything has to be in line, because I don't know if you agree, but I think there's some things I've introduced you to that you didn't even think that you would like, and vice versa. So there's going to be differences, because even though biblically we are one, we still have two brains, and we still like what we like, and you like you like, but there can be a middle where we be like, oh, I didn't think I would like that, but I do.
Hoarders is awesome.
Yeah, he likes watching Hoarders. I'm hoping that it move something in him so he'll want to clean a garage again or something, but it hasn't happened.
Not a hoarder.
We're not a hoarder, but I just be wanting things. Yeah. I'm not a hoarder.
I didn't say it. I didn't open my mouth. What?
Dude, you about to make me say the N word up in here. Anyway. So, another reason why a lot of people, it's just my opinion, but because this is my little, outlet, I've noticed also a lot of women on the back end of things, they might have someone that has a very good substance, but there's things that they need to work on, and because they have some things that they need to work on, they just want to scrap it and throw it away and start over again. My thing with that is, in my opinion and in my life, I've noticed just in jobs and even relationships, some things that you need to build in yourself, you're going to revisit that until you build whatever it is you need that's lacking in you. Does that make sense?
No.
So if I'm running from someone, let's say they're a good person, they they pay their bills, they're very open, they're not cheating or whatever, but there's a certain things like I feel like I'm not excited. Let's say I'm not excited, because when you in a relationship with somebody for more than 2 years, you can say what you want. I don't care if they the most coolest, down to earth person. There's gonna be a point in time you get bored, right? And it feels like you are stagnant, or you might be on a growth journey and they're on their way to figure it out. So you might not be on the same
wavelength at that
right
time.
now, but basically y'all foundation is strong.
Right.
A lot of people tend to think it's the best time
to
skedaddle. Doing that, you're gonna go through the same thing, and then before you know it, it's this partner and it's that partner, and before you know, you have a rap sheet of partners that were not bad. You just need to put in the work
to elevate them to the next level.
Not even them. Being in a relationship, in my opinion, is work. Right. It's a job.
Yes.
So I work for myself. And we talk about, things all the time when I feel like I'm feeling stagnant. And what you always ask me, what are you doing to elevate your business when I feel like it's stagnant? And sometimes I get mad, but then I think about it, and I'm like, well,
he's right.
Yeah, I'm not doing what
But do she come and tell me I'm right?
I have. I don't, I may not, have that same energy that I was putting in the beginning. Or that I was not putting that same effort that I was putting in, or I think I can keep the same energy when it's growing. You have to change that too. So it's the same concept with being in a relationship.
Yeah.
Just because it was easy in the beginning, as you elevate,
Yeah.
You got to keep on building your skills. You got to have an open mind and an open heart.
Yeah.
I'm amazed, and people who know him are amazed at how
Docile.
whatever, how much elevated he is with just, working with someone. But I had to show him.
Wait, what?
Okay. What I'm trying to say is, I think when you came in, you had this idea of this is how people are, so I'm gonna have to be this way. I'm protecting myself.
Yeah.
So I had to show you who I was for you to let down your guard and be who you wanted to be.
Yeah.
And the same thing, I've been, XYZ. So I had this idea, okay, I have to have this. I'm gonna let down some of my guard, but he's not gonna get all my guard, because if I do, he's gonna do this. And when we stop playing that game of show me your hand, no, you show me your hand, it got better.
Yeah.
And I think it gets boring. I ain't gonna even lie. It's not like every night we having a party. There's routines. We have kids. We have bills. We have goals. He has goals. I have goals. So sometimes it's just, and we have to take a moment and say, okay.
Get your head out the trenches for a minute.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people, they think, cause social media and the world, it makes people think life is supposed to be like one big party. You're supposed to always be like just living your best life. That's not it. Any being that's gonna have something, you gotta stack. You gotta invest. You gotta grow. That's not gonna look like fun. Partying, enjoying what you worked for, that's fun. But if you don't put in no work, you ain't gonna have nothing to enjoy out.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Because tomorrow is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
So I think if we just get the idea that whatever we want is gonna come easy out of our head, in any aspect, we'll be better off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just gonna say, yeah, I can't even dispute you on that one. I totally agree.
You do?
I do.
So do men tend to feel the same way that a lot of my girls do about, it's not bad, but it's not great. So maybe I should just get at them.
Absolutely not.
Really?
No. No.
So you don't know no dude that had a solid woman, and just because, he want to know what's out there in the world, he...
No.
Really?
No. No.
Yes.
No. I don't know anybody like... Honestly, I really don't. Anybody who settled down early know what they wanted. And all the people I knew that settled down early still together.
Yeah, but there's people that you're not close to, that you know of, that...
Because you was flawed from the get-go.
Who?
I'm just messing with you. I don't know. I mean, some stuff, love when you see it. So everything in the meantime is just something to abide by. If it's not one of your loves, like if it's not your first love, the love that makes you change and mature, the love that breaks you, all those. If you're not one of those, everything in the middle, like I said, I never dated.
So how you had all these women, and he had a long-term relationship, so I'm really trying to understand, how do you not date?
I worked a lot.
Yeah.
Applebee's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I worked a lot. I mean, what you want me to say? These hours are free. I mean, we could do something.
So there's a lot of hookups.
So nothing but.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. You had a lot of hookups.
It happens.
I had a lot of dates. It is what it is.
Probably why we didn't link up.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't feeling him. But I love you now.
You love me then. As
I
friends.
had love for you. You Sonny that talk to everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That's all I do. Get out my face.
no, I'm saying if you was
Let
with
me
a
eat
dude,
my wings and leave me alone.
if you was with a dude like me, I'm trying to. I'll be back.
Yeah, leave me alone. Let me get my drink and go on home.
Nah, so how was the first week of homeschool?
It was interesting. I have an 11th grader.
I'm sorry, virtual school.
I have 11th grader. I have a 7th grader, and I have a kindergartner, and they're all in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
The 10th grader, we had to get her schedule straight. There was some schedule issues. She had 2 third periods. I don't know how that happened. My 10th grader, she is kind of like an overachiever, so she was kind of bored. And my kindergartner, she does not like to be told that she's wrong or she does not know how to do things. So we had words, but now we friends, so we good.
Today.
Yesterday we was friends too. Now Tuesday we was rough. I was about to square up with her, but she had me tired. When Sonny came home from work, I was like this.
It went pretty good for me.
He didn't have to do anything. He was at work.
Well, I mean, with my job, I get to see the sides of everything as far as like what's going on with the school district that we live in. Like, I see the sides of the teachers, the administrators, cafeteria workers, custodians, students, everybody. And all of this is brand new to all of us. All of this is it's no game plan for this. We never planned on this. This is we're going day by day. A lot of people need to have sympathy and empathy and realize that none of us really know what we're doing. I'm not saying it's not idiots in charge and they doing some dumb stuff. But I'm just saying there's no need to add to the confusion. There's no need for all the arguing and bickering over stuff. Why not just play your part and go along with it?
I must say, I always felt like there were some leaders that made decisions that they were not right. But during this pandemic, I've come to realize that 80% or maybe even 90% of all the people that have our lives in their hands to make decisions or that, have higher positions, they're idiots. For one thing, okay, it's COVID. So instead of staying so people won't have to be all crunched up at certain times, trying to get their bills paid, the water department here decides to close during the peak hours of 11:30 to 1:30. No, 11, was it 11? 11 to 1:30. So at 1:30, when I go sashay my butt up there, there's like 30 people all crowded trying to pay their bill, and they're wondering why people are pissed and trying to figure out why you're closing during lunchtime when people try to pay their bills during lunchtime. Wouldn't it make sense to have more staff or to stay the same amount of hours or maybe even extend hours for certain people who have higher risk? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Why you just ain't paying online?
I couldn't. For some reason, it would not let me log in. I put in the information because I usually do, and I was already up there, so it just made sense. I was driving. I had my card. I was like, okay, quick in and out. No, it was not. I had to wait like 15 minutes for the doggone water department to open. It was 1:30 when they decided to reopen. That's smart. You're gonna close during lunch when people pay their bills at lunch.
So when are they supposed to take lunch?
You don't have to close down. People can take lunch at different times throughout the day, like most businesses do, like you did before.
Hell, only 4 people working there.
So you cut people hours instead of adding more hours so it won't be crowded. Okay, and then you're gonna have this big 3-story building and nobody in there. Okay.
Big 3-story building, nobody in there.
Nobody in there. You build $1 million, a $2-3 million building with nobody in there, and it makes sense to you. You're gonna tear down another building. Makes sense to me? No, but I don't make the laws. I don't make the rules. I don't do anything with the tax money but pay it. So
make sure you're taking precautions. Understand I think everything's going day by day. The whole country's going day by day. states, local governments, jobs, everything. So sometimes when a lot of stuff that seems stupid, we know it's stupid. Everybody knows it's stupid. We just gonna go with it anyway.
Yeah.
For a lot of y'all, I know you feel like social distance. How? But I mean, you know what it is what it is. Make sure if your kids need help, find them a tutor.
Yeah. I actually, I came to the realization, I want to say yesterday when I was going over some work with Courtney, that, even though it's an inconvenience, as a teacher, if she's having 15 to 20 students, my daughter will not be able to get the same attention as she's going to be able to get with me. Therefore, I'll be able to negate closer what it is that she needs to know and what it is that she does not need to know, in contrast to a lady who has 20 students that she has to keep track of and make sure that they are all on task.
Are you insinuating that parents need to help teach their children stuff in life?
Well, we was doing that also, but there's certain criteria that they need to know, and a lot of times it's just implied that they do.
You mean to tell me it's not the teacher's job to teach my child everything from the age of 5 to 18?
I never thought that, and that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying some people do.
Well, okay, as a black woman, I'm gonna be politically incorrect right now. I feel like as black people, we know that the history and the things that they are teaching our kids are going to make our kids basically compliant, sheep-like. So if you want your kid to be knowledgeable and really open to what the world really is and not to be sheep and to be a free thinker, you're going to have to educate them things that the school is not teaching them. We grew up thinking that milk was great for us. We grew up thinking that, eating breakfast, lunch, snacks in between was a great thing. How? Our ancestors didn't have access to grocery stores to eat 5 times a day. So how is it healthy for me to eat 5 times a day? Things like this. Columbus, they told us that he discovered the world. It never made sense to me how that's like somebody walking into my house and saying,
"This is my paintbrush."
Yeah, this is mine. Well, it's in my house. No, I found it. I touched it. It's mine. We were taught that Columbus was this great man, and now, people are just finding out that he was a horrible killer.
They are?
A lot of people are. Oh. And if you tell them that, and some people to this day, if you tell them that, they're looking at you like you're crazy. So everybody is not conscious, and it's our job to teach our kids beyond what the teachers and the school system is, because if you just rely on the school system to teach you, they're teaching them to be compliant. Why you think you can't do math the way you used to? As long as you got the right answer back in the day, it was good. It was okay. Now, oh no, you got to do it this way. I don't want you to think outside of the realm of what I'm showing you. That retards your mind. How you think all these patterns and these equations and all these scientists got to where they was and discovered things? They thought freely. So if you're telling me the only way I can get to this answer is your way, you want to retard my mind. Retard my mind.
Church.
So that's my little PC moment. PIC, politically incorrect moment. But yeah.
Yeah. Those are your 2 jobs.
Yeah. And that's pretty much all we wanted to talk about. Y'all be kind to each other. Love each other. Kings, queens, we got. We got to stick together and stop being so mean towards each other. Uplift each other. Love you.